It's only November, so it's plenty of time still to go for this to be a great season.
I tell you what, we could win a double. We could win the FA Cup and we could win the Champions League. Listen, when you think about how many games left in the Champions League and the FA Cup, we're talking about a honeymoon period of games for the manager. They're all going to be turning it on. Listen, if you got a few, I'm not saying to gamble, but if you got a few quid, put a few quid on Tottenham winning the Champions League.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Hi and welcome back to What You Saying, the show that looks at all things online in the world of football. I'm Lumos.
Bollywood Bhav.
Today we've got a special guest with us.
Lourinho. That's what I'm going to call you from now on, yeah?
Lourinho.
No, it's I'm not shaking hands with him, man.
Yeah, straight spuds today, man.
Sure. Get elbows in. Get elbows in.
It's all about the elbows, man.
Yeah, man, you got to stay safe, man. Alright, so before we get into the show, make sure you follow me on social media at Lumos7.
Follow me at Bhav
Follow me on my show.
At Jose Mourinho. Follow you at Jose Mourinho.
Come on, man.
Yeah, look forward to Talkers Cheap Show.
Keep your powder dry.
So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. And in all seriousness now, like coronavirus is taking over the world. It's affecting our lives in more ways than we could have ever expected, I think. And now the Arsenal game that was due to be played today it's been postponed because Arsenal staff and allegedly a player, I think, came in contact with
Sokratis, yeah.
Came in contact
with
the Olympiacos owner after the game or some point during the game when we played them.
Mm-hmm. Actually, listen, don't quote me on that. Yeah, I'm just
he said it, Mike.
He's just speculating.
My man could be guilty by association of his nationality, but listen,
so
it's a very serious thing.
Here's a statement from Arsenal. So following yesterday's news that Olympiacos owner Evangelos Marinakis has recently contracted COVID-19, which is coronavirus, we have been taking medical advice and tracing any individuals who had what the guidelines define as close contact with him at the game 13 days ago. As a result of this exercise, we identified that a number of players met the Olympiacos owner immediately following the game.
I don't buy that.
You don't. So now you've got a conspiracy theory.
I've got another conspiracy theory. You know, I love my conspiracies. I have a feeling that
is the Earth flat or round?
I actually think it's flat. You know, I'm joking. But my conspiracy is just a theory, by the way, is that maybe I don't think any of the players met the Olympiacos owner. Why would they? What's the reason for meeting the Olympiacos
Sokratis
owner?
could have met him because he's Greek.
Yeah, potentially. Okay, that's maybe one there, but it's just a few players.
No, but they said 4 man.
Yeah, number.
They said staff. They said staff.
It's just a number of players.
No, the report I heard said 4 players.
No, I saw Arsenal's statement said staff.
Yeah, 4 staff also there. I just don't see the reason to why you meet him. Like after the game, you just lost the game. You're not gonna go home and go, yeah, how you doing, mate? And funny enough, right, I was at the game and I was row 1. And after the game, all the owners came onto the pitch, and I was probably like 20 yards away from them. So maybe a bit of air might have pushed my way. And
no, but hang on, Sokratis might know him personally.
Maybe, but I just don't see why the players would want to meet the owner anyways. Like, when does it ever happen? So maybe
we just don't know.
I just think it's a theory. You know, I love my theories. Is that maybe Arsenal just said, "Oh, let's just use this as an excuse so we can get out of the game," because obviously the game was come up in short notice anyways. Like, it was meant to happen weeks ago. We got cancelled because of the Carabao Cup final, and then it just got put on this week. So,
but I'm speculating, and this is speculation, that Sokratis, and again, I'm doing it out of some kind of guilty by national association, but yeah, it's quite feasible that Sokratis being Greek and the owner Greek in football, they may have had a relationship of sorts. They might know each other. They meet each other, and the common thing to do is to shake hands.
It is, but it's a number of players, so I'm wondering who's going to come with Sokratis to meet.
We'll find in the coming days. Now, what's the ramifications of this in the Premier League though? Because now, where does it stop? We've played teams since then. We played West Ham since then. That could have been passed.
Well, actually, what's funny, right, is Olympiacos are playing today against Wolves. They're playing in the Europe. That game's going ahead.
True,
what is the point of that then?
Well, Nuno's upset.
So what? My conspiracy theories must be true then. No, because if the Olympiacos players are playing and they definitely got in contact, why are the Arsenal players not playing? Because Arsenal chose to not.
Here is another thing as well. I think it was Granada or one team that's meant to. It's Granada, yeah.
Granada.
They're not playing their game. They're meant to play today, and their owner said he's not putting anyone at risk. They're not playing.
Is that Granada or Getafe?
Granada.
No, Getafe.
Was it Getafe?
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Getafe.
They said they're not playing. So they're not scared of UEFA. They're putting the safety of the fans and players first. So that's what I'm saying. Now, what happens Do we just scrap the league? You know what I mean?
There was
Do
a
we
theory.
scrap the league and just put it in alphabetical order?
Or, as a better theory, because obviously that means Bournemouth from the league.
Yeah.
How about most FA Cup wins? It sounds fair to me, doesn't it? Most FA Cup wins, Arsenal win the league. Cheers,
But
lads.
it's,
What's that got to do with the league?
Do you know what's so funny?
It does.
though?
It's the FA English and all that
It's
stuff.
not funny, but it's so mad now. Everyone's talking about how there's no way Liverpool can win the league. What can some Liverpool win the league?
No, but as I suggested to you earlier, if we get a couple more weeks down the line and Liverpool have accumulated enough points that they can win it mathematically, they can't be caught. It would be wrong for them not to be.
Yeah, that's true. But
champions.
at this point in time, we're not there yet. And
No. But I would imagine it'll take a few weeks for us
No,
to
It is
get
games,
escalating
games
fast.
are getting cancelled, and it's a thing where I was listening to.
No, they're not getting cancelled so much as they're
postponed,
getting
but-
played behind closed doors and
Or
postponed.
postponed.
But you see, with the behind closed doors thing, it's not happened here yet, has it?
No.
In Italy, playing behind closed doors is quite a common thing anyway.
Yeah.
Over here, I'm not sure that we're gonna go down as well. I think they might be like, no, don't play the game.
Yeah, man, because all the real fans,
Because
what are they
the
going to
fans are gonna be more of an uproar. Like I've seen so many games that have been played. The first time I saw a game played behind closed doors was in Italy.
Yeah.
So, but like I was saying though,
Was he there?
Because you're not a real fan.
I've never
Since
been
you took it older.
I've never been to Italy before. But
Actually, if you think about it logically, there's no such thing as played behind closed doors because there has to be a certain amount of people in the ground
Yeah,
anyway.
and I watched the Valencia game yesterday. In
So
Champions
that's
League.
a misnomer.
And there was fans in there, like you could hear
Yeah.
chanting, and they were playing goal music as well and all that stuff. And the commentator was not. Do you know the announcer when they go goal?
we're still doing it.
They were still doing that.
No, but there's going to be staff there.
Yeah.
There's going to be security there. There's going to be ambulance services and
Exactly.
medical services there.
But yeah,
so
what-
technically, there's no such
But what
thing
happens
as,
though if they decide to postpone it? Like how they postponed Serie A now. If they decide to postpone the league, what happens? Now, like,
Done, innit? Like, we can't do much.
I think
It's not just the
you know
league.
what I think in terms of
this is all unprecedented.
the winners.
It don't feel real
It's
to
going to
me.
be
like,
Liverpool. Isn't it?
but it's not definitely
That's
Liverpool
not.
yet.
You're right.
feels
But
like-
it's more applicable to the lower half of the table in the relegation.
Yeah, but to us, it's all
I
top
saw
four,
there was a
so-
funny tweet from what's his name, from BT Sport, the one who
Okay.
sports Norwich, saying yeah, let's just forget everything.
Oh, Jake
no
Humphries.
league, no league winners, no relegation. Just leave it as it was because obviously he's a Norwich fan, innit? They're
Yeah,
looking to go
I
down.
don't know,
Yeah,
man.
because to take my earlier example, say we're 2-3 weeks down the line, and then Liverpool have accumulated the points, that would make it impossible for them to be
then
caught
fair enough.
mathematically.
It's theirs,
You
yeah.
could give them the title.
Yeah.
But then what about the places for the Champions League? And what about the relegation issues? Because I could imagine if they inserted some...
I've got a good theory.
No, let me
Teams
finish,
that
let me
have
finish.
had the least losses.
No, but
Yeah.
no, but you can't
There you
really
go.
do that. You know why?
You can.
Because if it's not mathematically certain, a lawyer would argue in court, and I'm sure these clubs that got the money to take this to court,
Yeah.
they would say, "Listen, who is to say that we wouldn't have gone on to win our last 3-4 games?"
Yeah.
So
But-
if you can't apply a hypothetical situation.
I said
like
we
that.
just start
I think
all
what will
over.
happen
Start
personally.
from the beginning.
Yeah, I think what will happen personally is it will just get played behind closed doors, and that's how it will happen. But imagine being a Liverpool fan, right? You wait 30 years for a league title, and you can't be in the ground.
There's some man that paid
to
five bags for tickets to that
yeah,
game.
to
I think
see
it was
that-
Chelsea, the Chelsea match.
And not just the parade as well. It's gonna be cancelled, obviously. Then, bro, it's over for them. Like you waited 30 years for what? Just to watch it on BT Sports or like a Sky Stream Hub. Like you know what I mean?
No, but you know what I was thinking, right? With this cancelling and shutting down stadiums and all the rest of it, how consistent is that? Because if you go to Tesco's, the place is full of people that you don't know. They're
Trains.
touching things and trains. I mean, I come in on the tube today. There's still thousands of
Like,
people.
where does it end? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
Yeah, just
I don't think
There's no
it's
proper
feasible to.
there's no proper protocol
I don't know,
for
man.
it.
It feels to me like it's a movie right now. I can't understand what's going on. It's everywhere. Wherever you go, everyone's talking about it. Like football being affected by it. Today is the first time I've been affected by it in terms of the game. I was planning to go to the game and I can't go now.
Yeah.
So it just feels surreal to me right now. But yeah, man.
It is surreal.
But yeah, let's get back into Arsenal now, talking football. The whole reason why the show's coming so late this week is because we was gonna wait till after the City game to
After
talk
we beat
about it. Hopefully, yeah. We was gonna wait till after that game to talk about it. So the show's meant to come out tomorrow, but it's not. So now we're gonna look at the fan cams from the West Ham game and just react to certain things that are still relevant. So let's take a look.
But I don't get why you're putting Sokratis there when you got Ainsley, who before, when Bellingham was injured, Ainsley was doing a great job. You understand? Before, when he got dropped at Chelsea, I didn't go Chelsea. But in my yard, I said to myself, Wallan, How is he? He ain't done nothing to be dropped. He don't deserve to be dropped. It's like for example, Tierney's in full training now. If you saw Saka dropped, even though Tierney's in full training, you'd be like, brother, no, what's this? Saka has been doing a great job. He ain't done nothing wrong. You understand? He's capable right now. So you're sitting there scratching your head. That's the only issue I had with the team, innit? But we got through it, innit? You get me? I believe that like a blood clot, Zet. I believed in my brother. I said to man them, what did I told you? I told you, lot, what you have to do is drop him.
The point being made there is, why is Sokratis playing at right back? Why is Maitland-Niles not playing? Apparently, I saw a tweet that said that Maitland-Niles was late to training a few times.
That's what David Ornstein said.
Yeah.
So
that could have,
Also, Hector Bellerin, before you jump in, go Bellerin. Yeah. Ornstein's come out and he said that he's had a groin injury. He's been playing since the Newcastle game. He's been playing through painkillers and all that stuff.
Yeah, but listen.
So respect on his name.
The amount of players in the Premiership and all over football that are playing with injuries or carrying niggles and knocks, I don't think that's a viable excuse.
What? So you think you should play with an injury?
No. What I'm saying
with a broken leg.
It's common knowledge, right, that when you attain high levels of fitness like those guys are, like I used to be in competitive sports, so I know a little bit about this. Not to say that you don't, but when you, as an athlete, get to that high level of fitness, you're very often carrying niggles and knocks. You're very close to an injury in itself. That's why you will see a lot of times a man warming up on the touchline and you get a hamstring. You think, how could that happen? That's because the body, that's the way it works. You're so highly tuned that one little misstep, you can get an injury.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I buy that.
Oh, of course you don't buy that. It's Bellerin, isn't it? But Sokratis, man, he's got more goals than Trent this year, so he's better than Trent, isn't he?
Well,
I get now that it's been that issue of the lateness, and he might have had some not performing to a higher level,
and also
level in training. So Arteta's trying to maintain that culture, trying to set that standard.
The non-negotiables, as you said.
Yeah. So
listen, if he's transgressed, then obviously he deserves to be punished. But I couldn't understand why he's not playing, because to me, he's a better player than Bellerin, full stop, right now anyway. At this point of time in their careers, Maitland-Niles is a better player than Bellerin. I have no hesitation in saying that.
All right, cool, but
no
have you also seen the quote coming out?
If I could just finish though, I think
Norris.
what we're seeing with Maitland-Niles is that sometimes he looks a little bit off it.
No
His
concentrate.
demeanour, his lack of concentration at times, and then you hear little stories. I know that there was one that come out a few years ago about his mum and so forth like that. I don't want to apportion any blame or whatever, but it would appear that he has one or two mental issues that he needs to resolve if he's going to get the maximum out of his career. This could be one of those times where he's transgressed and the man just put him in his place.
I think someone said also he don't want to play right back. He said
he doesn't want to play right
And
back.
And that's another thing I find strange. He's talked himself out of the team. Like
look at Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a winger playing left back and he's flying and he's generational and he's better than.
I would have thought if you're a young player, and you should be thirsting to play. Don't matter where.
Just a chance to get in.
Just a chance to get in and make your name. Right?
Yeah.
Why would you then give interviews to the press saying, "Look, I don't like that position"?
I think at that point in time there was a lot of pressure on him when he did the interview with the press.
Yeah, but the best example is he's a midfielder, right?
Counsel, man.
No, but he's a central midfielder playing at right back. Look at Trent Alexander-Arnold, the best right back in the world right now. He's a midfielder by trade. He came through as a midfielder. So
that's right. There's so many players in today's football
though,
playing out of position. But if you get your opportunity, you've got to back yourself, man. And he's young, he's strong, he's quick. Mm-hmm. He's got all the physical attributes to be a top footballer, but I don't think mentally he's there, which is a shame.
Well, Naif Asaf says, because Arteta said he isn't working hard enough in training. Simple as that. So that's why he said Maitland-Niles not featured.
I've heard that too.
Yeah. The money management said it's great to have Robbie back. It just wasn't the same without him away, which is true.
Shout out to Pippa, man. I thought she'd done a great job. Even though it is great to have Robbie back.
Where's Martinelli today? What has he done? The last I said the game against Chelsea, I said we got a player here, when the Aubameyang was out the team, right, with that suspension, he come in and scored goals, right? Yeah, did he not or did he? So I then hear people say, if it weren't for Aubameyang, we wouldn't be here, we wouldn't be there. We get someone in that scores the goals and does the job, and since Aubameyang's come back, he's been left out. I'm disappointed. I want to see him play.
Where would you play him then?
I'd play him on the left, Aubameyang in the middle. I've watched Eddie today, and nothing against Eddie. Two parts of a centre forward's job is to score goals and hold up the ball. He did neither. His hold up play today was terrible.
Very important question. Something I've been thinking as well. Why is Martinelli being dropped? I think if there's someone starting over Lacazette, it should be Martinelli. Eddie done fair enough getting the goals in the games he's played. Well, he weren't too great against West Ham. And I think what I want to see is Martinelli left, Aubameyang middle, Pepe right.
Yeah, Matt, that's what you call it.
Could I just say something, right? And this is something that we talked about on mine and Curtis' show, Talk is Cheap show. Make sure you check it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so Arteta, yeah, and I know we're going to come on to managers a bit later. I'm very happy with the start that he's made as manager so far, okay? However, there are one or two areas of his management that leave me slightly perplexed. Number one, team selection at times is a little bit, shall we say, dubious. And secondly, substitutions. But to go back to the Martinelli thing, why didn't he play?
Don't know. I don't know. I've played Martinelli.
Since the Chelsea game, he's not really featured.
I guess maybe could we do with the training or the style of play? And I think Martinelli's Aubameyang he's a great striker, right? But he's not like Nketiah in terms of Nketiah offers a lot more. He's like a little more. He's better on the board in terms of passing than that. Aubameyang. Yes, I think he is. I think Aubameyang's more.
That's the other thing.
I think do you know what is Aubameyang, right?
What?
The Nketiah thing.
What thing about it?
That he started in preference to Lacazette. I thought that was ridiculous.
No, I understand Lacazette getting dropped.
Why do you understand that, bro?
Because he's not been firing, and now he's coming off the bench. Now he's coming off the bench. Now he's coming into it.
All right.
He needed to get dropped.
I've got to pull your card over that. Listen, man. Lacazette had gone so long for scoring that, at previous times he should have been dropped. They kept faith with him. It then transpires that the man scores, I think it's 2 or 3 goals in 3 games.
Yeah.
So that means he's found his confidence. He's scoring again. And inexplicably, you go and drop him and bring in Eddie.
No, I don't think he's still...
No, but he was dropped. He didn't play.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying is he's still not 100%
what I'm asking is, what's the rationale for that?
What, putting Eddie over him?
Yeah.
Like I said, I still think he's not fully confident yet. He's definitely doing much better. So coming off the bench and getting that goal, good. The next game, I probably would start.
Who was that goal made by the way?
But we'll come back to that. But for me, Martinelli is higher in the pecking order than Lacazette and Nketiah.
Yeah, he is.
Listen, you know what? I wouldn't argue with that too much. But what I'm saying is, why is Eddie in the team over Martinelli and Lacazette?
But Martinelli's not a striker, if you get me.
Yeah, I know.
So you could, you're gonna.
And he's done well, to be fair.
Yeah, he has.
But Eddie, right? Listen, enough respect to Eddie. I want him to do well. He's a brother like me and you, and Bhav.
Yeah,
so we all we all want to see the guy do well. It's nothing personal against him, but you got to think of the team comes first, yeah? Mm-hmm. Somebody convince me why Eddie is seen as a preferred option to
maybe we're seeing, maybe he's Arteta seeing something that we're not seeing in training.
Comment below, that's why.
Let's be honest, bro. I mean, no disrespect, but the man didn't make the cut at Leeds.
Nah, I wouldn't go that
far. Yeah, but I said this before, you said this before, and I said Gnabry at West Brom. Never made the cut there, did he? So
it's not even that he didn't make the cut, he just wasn't getting enough game time. He was still doing well when he came on, he was still contributing.
No, but they still offloaded him.
They didn't offload him, Arsenal took him back.
Yeah.
They didn't say, we don't want him no more. Arsenal said, no, you're not giving him the amount of game time.
He wasn't getting any game time.
He wasn't getting game time, he wasn't getting enough. He wasn't getting the kind of game time where you're on loan, this is the kind of game time you should be getting. He was getting the kind of game time where he might as well just be in the Arsenal squad.
And there were plenty of other teams after him as well.
Yeah, there's other teams. Bristol were interested in him.
But weren't you
hold on, let me finish. Yeah. Bristol were interested in him. He was due to go back to Bristol, but then he was training so well that Arteta decided to keep him.
Listen, I've got no doubts about the guy's attitude. You could see that, and you could see that the fans have got an affinity with him, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. He's not a goal scorer, bro.
He's a goal scorer.
No. Come on, Laurie, man.
He's a goal scorer.
At this level.
Come on, man. How old is Eddie? He's what, 19, 20? Yeah, come on, man.
No, he's older than that.
No, he's not. He's not older than that.
No, listen, he's going to come good. But what I'm saying, when you got an established striker...
Eddie is a goal scorer. That's one thing.
Yeah, but so's Lacazette.
Not as of recently.
Not as of recent, but the man's got 3 goals in his last 4 games.
But so Eddie's got like 3 and 3 as well. Eddie had 3 and 3 as well. That's what I'm saying. Eddie's
Right, let's just
so
get
you're telling me you would play Eddie over Lacazette?
Right now, yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
You would?
Right now, yeah.
Right now.
But I think within 2, if Lacazette has 2 more performances like his recent ones, then the shift.
And Lacazette could be off anyway. So apparently he's going to affect.
What area of his game do you think is superior to Lacazette?
At the moment, his movement and his finishing is better.
Yeah, instinctive finishing. That's what he is.
Yeah, his finishing. At the moment, yes. Lacazette's finishing has been off for a while.
Look at Lacazette's chance against Olympiacos.
He's recovering it now.
Yeah, he's recovering recovering it,
Which
but
is
he's
why-
but he's not fully recovered. That's the point I'm making. Like what I'm
He's
saying,
getting there, bro.
I'm saying look at Eddie as a little stopgap right now. I'm not saying overall Eddie's better than Lacazette. I'm saying right now on form, I still put Eddie a bit higher than Lacazette. But Lacazette's coming back now. He was here
I think
before,
you're doing a
and
bit
he's
of a
coming
disservice to
back.
Lacazette.
But I think either way, between the two of them, Martinelli's still over the two of them in terms of form right now. And let's get into the comments though. So I'm DJ Clips, big up DJ Clips, big up yourself, always showing off.
DJ Eclipse.
Yeah, DJ Clips, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
He says, facts. I agree 1000% with this. Eddie cannot be starting over Martinelli. He should be coming off the bench. It's so obvious he's not in the same conversation as him. Hashtag where is Martinelli? Shake my head. He got 45 likes on that as well.
Yeah.
So
Where is
a lot of
Pele's
people.
godson?
I would tend to agree with that.
Yeah.
Pele's godson.
No, I think Lacazette should be
Fucking
playing.
hell. All right, this name now. Listen.
Sybil.
Give me a break here with this name, yeah. Sibongiseni Nyangiwi. I hope I got that
Wasn't
right.
that hard?
Yeah.
Sounds like an
There's a
African
lot
name.
of
Yeah, okay.
syllables in there. So I've had to tolerate Sokratis as a centre back. Now I must tolerate him as a right back.
He's called my goals and Trent. So, what are you saying?
I must
saying?
admit that was a baffling one, though, isn't it? When you saw the team sheet last week and you saw that,
Yeah, I
bet
was
you
thinking,
like,
where's Maitland-Niles? I was thinking.
And did he explain it? Did he offer any explanation as to why he did that?
I mean, explain why Maitland-Niles wasn't playing. He didn't explain why Sokratis is playing. So,
Yeah. And I think
Mind you, I'll take him over Bellerin right now.
of course he was.
Ramswood says Lee stolen Ian Wright's clothing, fam. Clothes.
And glasses.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he's got the glasses now as well. Yeah, it's a bit late to start wearing glasses, isn't it? As he's always wearing glasses.
No, he has worn them a few times.
Yeah, I
But when
think
I've
so.
seen him in real
Yeah.
life, yeah.
Oh, okay. I think it's the first time I've seen Lee glasses. All right, well,
This new sexy look.
speak for yourself on that one. Now it's time for the memes.
So obviously, Laurie, man, me and you, it's been months of this Mourinho.
There's a reason we got
Arteta.
Laurie. There's a reason we got Laurie on the show. today.
Mourinho,
Set me up.
yeah, Mourinho. Let's talk. Let's discuss. Yeah, reason why we brought you on here, right? Obviously, you were a massive Mourinho, advocate. You wanted
I
to,
think that's a bit
yeah,
strong,
you wanted
bro.
to bring him to Arsenal.
Well,
admit
let's not
it.
say he's a massive advocate. You wanted Mourinho in.
You got a tattoo of him, let's not lie.
And then, when Tottenham were doing a bit better than us, not much better than us, you kept going, I told you,
No,
Mourinho.
because that was because me and Curtis were getting hella stick. Shout out to Curtis, bro. Me and Curtis were getting hella stick, right? Because Curtis suggested on the show, and I'm not trying to out Curtis, it's just facts. When we were going through the list of potential managers, right? Curtis put it to me that he would take Mourinho as manager. And I must admit, at first, when he did that, I was like, what? No, man, we don't want him at the club. But then he started to break it down to me. And I always respect what Curtis says because, let's face it, he's played professional football at quite a decent level. Okay. And he knows his stuff. We all of us know that, yeah.
Okay.
So he's a man that makes sense. So when he put it to me at first, I was like, no. But then he started to break it down and say, look, often when you appoint a manager, you have to think of the conditions in which a manager's coming into the club. And he said, given the problems that we're having, someone like a strong character like Mourinho would be a good fit. And then I started to think about it more, and I thought, yeah, you know what, I would take him. But I didn't say, and neither did Curtis, that we wanted him exclusively. He was one of the ones.
Right,
And you
come
can't,
on,
also,
fit.
the other thing is, right, people, you cannot deny that we were not linked with it.
All right, here,
No, I
cool.
never said that.
But hold on. What you're doing right now is you're talking about the before Mourinho came in and all that
Yeah.
stuff, before he went to Tottenham. Fine, fair enough. I hear you, man. You ain't had a decent enough argument for it. I kind of saw the points you're making.
What points?
I just
Hang on,
want-
no,
hold
wait,
on.
this
No,
bit
let me
now,
finish.
man.
Let me land. But I wasn't for it. Well, what I'm saying now is, yeah, you
Coming
man,
back
after he took the job, started getting a few points under the belt, did a few things, not major things, because Tottenham really never played
won a few
anyone.
games.
You kept banging on about, see, I told you, man, Mourinho. Look at Mourinho. You was laughing at me about Mourinho,
Yeah,
but
but
look
that
at
was in
Mourinho.
response to the stick I was getting from people like
Mourinho.
Bhav.
You were Mourinho.
And
I
now
would
look.
come into the
look,
office and
but this
every
is-
day Bhav would be on my case. So that's why I had to
Because
respond
I was
in
right.
kind.
That's why I've been in case. Yeah, when I'm right, I'm right.
Have you taken a look at the table recently?
Yo, 1 point ahead of us
point.
with 2 games in
Right,
hand.
okay.
Who have they played?
So-
Who have they played?
Okay, they beat City.
Oh, I hate
That's
that.
it.
That quote. When
That's the only one.
Watch that game back, right?
and the
Look
other
at the
thing
chance of
is,
City
people-
missing that game.
I want to put down a disclaimer now. I don't want to be coming across as a Tottenham fan.
Oh, you're Tottenham
Just
in
stating
disguise.
facts. But now listen, yeah. When Mourinho took over at Tottenham, where was they in the table compared to us?
1 point behind us.
No, where were they in the table?
1 point and 2
No, it
places
wasn't
behind
1
us.
point.
I showed this to you. I've
No, but I
this to you
showed
before.
it to you as well.
What
And-
did you show me? Go on.
Right, what I'm saying is, okay, is that when Mourinho took over,
They were behind us.
they were some way behind
No,
us.
1 point. I've showed you.
No, they were.
Alright, we'll give him a phone out, right? 'Cause
Also,
this-
let's also
you're
remember
gonna face
that
the
when
facts, mate.
Mourinho took over.
no, let me finish my point.
Let me just quickly interject this
Yeah,
quickly.
okay.
When Mourinho took over, Arteta wasn't our manager. We still had Emery.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
It does matter though.
So I'm going to come on to why it doesn't matter.
Alright,
in a
go
minute.
on.
Right, so, yeah, when he took over, they were some way behind us in the table.
They weren't.
Right?
This is a fact, by the way, so go on.
Right,
you
all
can
right,
argue
okay.
facts.
But they were behind us. That's facts,
By a point, yeah.
Right, okay. Fast forward now, they're still ahead of us in the table.
Yeah, but he took over a month or two before
Okay,
Arteta.
hold
did.
on,
Not that much.
hold your horses, right? And during that time, they've lost Harry Kane, Son, Sissoko, and one or two other fringe players, and now they've lost Bergwijn, who's their big money signing from the January transfer window.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me that hasn't affected results, and it's still in front of us. So what I'm saying is, I'm quite happy for you, man, to go in on me, and I've been getting enough stick, so has Curtis, right?
Rightly
But
so.
I think you need to keep your powder dry for the next 3-4 weeks, because let's be honest, man, we are still not there yet. As you saw at the weekend
I
against
think
West Ham, we were very
Alright,
mediocre.
Cool. I think with this whole Mourinho
We've also
thing,
gone
right,
out of the. A lot of people was hitting me up. Oh, look, they got knocked out by Leipzig. Okay, fair enough. But we got knocked out of our European
And they got knocked out of the FA
competition,
Cup
a
as
lesser
well.
one, by
Olympiacos.
Olympiacos. Come on, bro.
then-
Tottenham already beat them
Okay,
in the
alright,
competition.
alright.
So let's just. All I'm saying is slow your roll.
No, but you
Slow
can
your
know.
roll.
Don't. You can see the early signs already. Yes, they've lost Harry Kane. Fair enough. But
And
look at-
Son.
Yeah, and Son. Cool. I hear that.
And Sissoko.
Yeah, Sissoko.
What's Sissoko? as well?
No,
What's
but
that saying? We lost El Neni, bro. What do you mean Sissoko? Hang on. Let me talk here, right?
No,
what I'm saying
no,
to you,
come
right,
on, bro.
is
You're doing
you can see
Sissoko
but you can see the
disservice.
early signs of the way he's dealing with Ndombele, the defense, the
Yeah,
players,
I
the
get
fights.
that.
All that
And
is
that-
happening
and
already.
that was- you're
Look at
right.
Eric Dier, man's jumping in the crowds because
No, but you can't blame Mourinho for that.
Well, does that happen before Mourinho?
No, but before he come, they were in complete meltdown, man.
I wouldn't say so.
What? Yes,
Nah,
they were.
yeah, they were.
Not meltdown. They were just having a bad thing.
No,
innit?
they were in meltdown.
they were bad.
I think
Listen, they
that's-
got rid of Poch. I'll take that, innit?
But anyway, let's move on to the next point. You had.
Wait, I haven't read this before, have I?
Sorry.
So, unpopular opinion. This is me back in November, by the way. November the 4th. This is before Arteta's Arsenal manager. I think this is before.
And that's the other thing that I've said to you enough times, right? How many of you out there, okay, have picked or wanted openly was touting Arteta for that job? Next to none of you.
Me.
So come on.
Me. You seen the
said
tweet?
you did.
All
All right, I'll
I've
give it.
shown
I'll give
him
you
a
that.
tweet of 28 from
All right,
2018.
yeah, you know what? Respect. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But you were one of a very few
Listen,
number.
there's only a few
Am I
elite
right or
minds
wrong?
in this
Yeah,
game.
it's true.
And now you're getting all these man. Arteta.
No, you're right about
The
that.
other
That's
day,
you're
I was-
right about that. You're right about that because there are a few fans on how good.
We don't want him.
The
He's a
only
cheap
person that was
option.
ahead of the
Already
curve.
getting him because he's
Your boy.
cheap. That's what. And now all them man are gassing up.
But here's the tweet, anyways. Unpopular opinion. This is back in November. I would rather have Mikel Arteta as Arsenal manager over Jose Mourinho.
You, yeah, okay. I'll
Yeah.
give
So
that to you.
that was
But you
at that time. I saw a lot of the comments that would give me stick. Oh, Mourinho, proven winner. But now, yeah, where's the apologies
Listen,
at?
we did a show on the Talk is Cheap, and we had 5 managers, right? Of which Arteta was one. I think there was Nuno, Brendan Rodgers, Allegri, and somebody else. 5, right? And we did a poll. Do you know who finished bottom of that poll?
It would be Arteta, I'm sure. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
All right, now let's continue with the memes now. So obviously RB Leipzig knocked out Tottenham yesterday. Spurs smashed by the Red Bulls.
Yeah, have you seen the fact that the RB Leipzig were born in 2009? They were made in 2009, right? They've been born.
And they have one more trophies than
One more
Tottenham.
trophies than Tottenham have. Since
It's not a like-for-like comparison, because they're playing in a different league, different circumstances. Am I right in
They're not
saying they've
tomorrow.
had a fair amount of financial doping in that team?
They have, yeah.
Not doping.
It is
but-
doping, mate.
Alright, it's doping.
looks
So I like my
retarded,
Red Bull, so I'm not going to chat shit about Red Bull.
You what, sorry?
I like my Red Bull, so I'm not going to chat shit about Red Bull.
What's Anthony Fowler doing on your meat?
So this is Mourinho's Tottenham, and it's just like a lookalike to Mourinho, a lookalike for Harry Kane, a lookalike for Dele Alli, and a lookalike for Eric Dier.
So what do you think of that Eric Dier thing, bro?
We're getting to that.
We'll get into that as well.
We're getting to that. So during the RB Leipzig game, yeah, this is taking the piss, right? After the goals, you know what they did?
They were playing.
Guess what song they played?
No idea.
I Feel Good by James Brown.
Taking his
So
mick.
it's 3-0, innit?
Would you take goal music at Arsenal?
Of course.
I would love goal music.
What song would you put as your goal music?
I like when Bayern used to have, you know, when the beat was 5-1, they had Seven Nation Army playing every like 5 seconds when they were scoring goals.
That's
Bad memories, but listen, comment below goal music.
It's a goal.
No,
It's a goal.
I've heard Arsenal playing a couple of Afro beats before games.
Yeah,
The pre-match playlist is alright still. I think the players have a bit of a...
Because before, they used to have the Elvis Presley thing, which I used to think was the wonder of you. I was like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
I can't see this.
You know what I mean?
It's a video of the Tottenham players coming out. So basically, Tottenham players walking out of the tunnel, saying the lads are out.
That's a picture of the trophy room.
No, it's not a picture of the room.
Out of all four competitions, boy.
No trophies again, man. Tottenham Hotspur has happened again, unfortunately, hasn't it?
That's perfect.
But they're still in the shake-up. We shouldn't rule them out completely because...
You know, I'm a bit annoyed that they're actually out because that makes things a bit more better for them to focus on the league. I would have preferred they beat them
They still
and
got
go into the
injuries.
next round.
They've still got injuries for days, so I still.
But you know the other thing I
their
found
squad even
quite
more.
ironic about that as well. And I'm not addressing this to you, man, directly because I haven't heard you say it, but a lot of Arsenal fans I've seen on Twitter and all that. Oh, they're out the FA Cup, we're still in it. And then you same ones are saying, oh, the FA Cup's nothing.
Who said the FA Cup's nothing?
It's football fans.
It's bigger than Premier League, I'd say. It's bigger than bigger than the Champions League. Bigger than the Champions League.
No, but you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now that Tottenham are out the FA Cup, all of a sudden that competition is taken on way more significance.
That's what football fans like, innit?
These same people, a couple of weeks ago, when people like me and Curtis were saying it'd be nicer when they're, what's the FA Cup? It's nothing.
Yeah, but that's what they all say.
Come on, man.
Football
Don't
fans,
get it twisted.
they're fickle, man. They're fickle. So, like you mentioned, the Eric Dier situation, he walked into the crowd to confront someone who's having an issue.
He jumped into the crowd.
Hopped into the crowd to confront someone who's having an issue with his brother. What I didn't like was how they started saying, he's fighting against racism. It had nothing to do with racism.
What was that?
That's what they said. That initially, the first few tweets to come out was like, someone racially abused because there's a black player that missed the last penalty.
Oh, right. Okay.
So there's like, he's somebody racially abused.
I was going to say, I knew Eric Dier grew up in Portugal. I didn't know he wasn't.
Eric Dier walked to the... How would Eric Dier on the pitch hear anything racist?
What are you saying?
I've got a theory about that. I reckon that Eric Dier's bro has probably been subjected to, and him and his brother, for a long period of time. So I reckon his brother's complained to him about it. He's looked up in the stands and thought, oh, right, these lot again. And he's probably thought, right, I'm going to address it. Listen, what he did wasn't technically correct, but none of us can sit here and say we wouldn't have even at least thought of doing a similar thing. Yeah. That's your blood, man. Your brother's in trouble or perceived to be in trouble.
I could see Ozil doing the same thing.
You know what I mean? Huh?
I could see Ozil doing the same thing.
I think you'd have a right to.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so but this meme now is funny. So when Tottenham when they see a trophy, so someone's literally reversed him walking.
No, that's funny.
Backing up from the trophy.
Yeah.
And
why do they hate Eric Dier so much anyway?
Tottenham fans.
I don't know. I think he must be. I think he must be very frustrating. I follow a few Tottenham fans.
He's a player with limited talent.
I see the way they react during games. Like he really gets guys against.
No, he's not.
Because when a team's not playing well, have you ever noticed it's the water carriers who tend to get it?
Yeah, like Torreira. Yeah, I guess so. Potentially, yeah. Even Coquelin used to get it as well for Arsenal.
That's true.
So, yeah.
All right, so now we got another coronavirus meme. There's quite a few here.
Graham Souness.
So from Graham Souness, so like, this coronavirus is becoming a massive problem in football. Can you do his accent? I know you can do his accent.
I can't do
it. Oh, no, you got it. Don't bottle it.
Give it a go.
Don't bottle it, God.
I can't do Scottish accent.
That's
good enough, man.
Go.
But I just want to put it on the record, man, that I am not a Graham Souness fan.
Alright, cool. Now read the quote.
Try to read it in a Scottish accent. Come on, man.
This coronavirus, it's becoming a massive problem in football, and I'm sitting here thinking, what's Paul going to do about it?
That's a man accent.
To link. Souness probably thinks that Paul Pogba.
This isn't real, by the way.
It is real.
This is a meme. As I'm saying, someone's just taken the coronavirus thing and flipped it to something that he would say. So so he's out there.
No, but I can see the irony of it all, because it's clear that this man, him and Roy Keane have got something some deep embedded hatred of Paul.
Right, so in the Premier League this weekend now, they had a thing of no handshakes.
Yeah, they were giving out shoulders.
Yeah, shoulder bar. I saw Wijnaldum and Ake, the Dutch teammates, they spotted each other.
Okay.
Here's one now. Someone says EPL, no shaking of hands prior to league matches. And here we got in the Argentinian Premier Division, I think that's what it's called, Tevez kissing Maradona. well, Tevez is holding his head Maradona's holding his chin. This is a passionate kiss. This is how lovers kiss.
I don't even kiss my girlfriend.
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm
Seriously.
saying. But they've just won the league. Passion's running high. And there was a funny tweet after that that said Tevez's lips would be numb after that kiss. You get that, right?
Yeah.
God.
Alright, so another one from Mourinho again. Someone saying playing the hits I see. So when they say that, they mean like going back to his old lyrics. So Mourinho famously, when they got knocked out by Sevilla in the, was it Europa League? Or was it Europa League or Champions League?
Champions League.
It was Champions League. And he said that many of the Sevilla players were getting to the Manchester United team, and now he's come back and said it again. He said it yesterday when they lost to Leipzig. He's saying the Leipzig bench would play in his Spurs team. And now you're just seeing these typical Mourinho moments starting to happen.
See, this is the reason why I had reservations
about him at Arsenal.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
I had reservations.
I remember that. Yeah.
Because of his lack of man management at times and things he says that are just ridiculous. Now, if you're a Tottenham player and you've just been beaten by Leipzig and you hear your manager say
And
something
Ndombele
like
got it from as well this weekend.
yeah, and I thought that was disgraceful.
But actually, to be fair, I watched Jamie Carragher's analysis. Have you seen that?
That was disgraceful as well.
What, you didn't rate Jamie Carragher's?
No, I thought that was terrible.
No, man, because you really look at that, I was thinking like, boy, like I was starting to see what
Listen,
Mourinho's
and
point
I'm going
was.
to keep it real now,
Yeah.
yeah? And people, hear me out. You see, the next time Ndombele gets a load of sack full of racist abuse, blame it on Jamie Carragher. Because you're there publicly calling the man a disgrace like that. You got to think about the ramifications of something.
But he's literally walking around.
No, you could criticise
the way
him.
Carragher broke it down.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Criticise the guy. But when you're making those real horrible statements about personal statements, you are a disgrace. You know what fans are like. They're going to run with that.
I get a disgrace.
The next time Ndombele plays, you watch and see the amount of racist abuse he's going to get off the back of that. This is what Raheem Sterling was complaining about earlier in the season. Remember when he said that? Because when you guys go on and you say things like that, you need to think about the long-term implications and ramifications of what you say. I thought that was terrible.
Someone commented on Madison's Instagram saying, mate, you're killing me on Fantasy Premier League, need goals and assists and whatnot, okay? And then Madison's responded saying, don't worry, pal, we're in the same boat. One more blank and I'm out of my own team. So
that's good that you should take it in that spirit.
Yeah, man. We got one here from Aaron Ramsey curse.
Yeah, strikes
Another
again.
Corona-related one here saying that Aaron Ramsey scores for Juventus and then Serie A gets suspended.
The curse strikes again.
Oi, more Tottenham grief. This one is a freestyle from Michi Artist. Shout out to Michi. Done a good freestyle still. And yeah, here it is.
Cool, so where do I start? We're playing every game showing Spurs on our chest, but nobody is playing with heart. Our last few games, we can have a good lead, then somehow the other team wins. Both of our strikers are out 6 weeks and we ain't even scored goals since. I've said it to you once and I'll say it now again, are we even gonna get top 4? Anytime I see the way we're playing in our games, I just wanna jump from a top floor. I wanna say that we're looking strong in the back, but I feel like we love conceding. We probably won't get to win a cup this year, I don't even wanna watch this season. I'm trying to figure out how Norwich just got us at the cup because they're bottom of the league. After we lost on penalties, I was looking around like I really wanna leave. How can I even wanna watch this game when I feel like they don't wanna play? The only other way you could feel this is if you were a son getting hit by a cane.
Another Corona one. Okay, I kind of got distracted from the point I was making before, where the players were spudding each other before the game, right? So one thing I noticed.
When you say spud, I assume you're talking. I'm a bit older than these guys.
When Klopp took his suitcase from the coach, right? The guy takes a suitcase out by his hands, puts it down. Him and Klopp do the elbow thing, right? Okay. They do that, and then Klopp takes the suitcase. So what was the point?
Exactly.
What was the point in them not touching hands? Because they've literally just done that anyway. So funny. Here's one of Ronaldo pretending to shake hands.
Have you noticed what he's wearing on his suit? He's got an AirPod. Not an AirPod, no iPod. Look what he's listening to music from.
Yeah, so what?
Ronaldo, like, when do you see people walking around?
Oh, the iPod Shuffle.
Yeah, iPod Shuffle.
Oh yeah.
It's a bit mad, isn't it? Ronaldo just walking the iPod Shuffle in 2020.
Do you think, on a more serious note, do you think it's right for footballers to be making jokes about coronavirus at a time?
I think they are really. Well, yeah.
What's your take on it?
I think you know is what life is like, man. Sometimes you just take bad things and make a joke about it. Like, you try and play the light side of it, because there's a lot of serious things in life as well that we make jokes about that are even more what's the word? detrimental to the world than coronavirus. Because
No, but what I'm
coronavirus-
saying is, it's a bit like what I'm thinking is, because it's kind of where we are with it now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's someone.
And
If it's appropriate,
I think-
for someone
I
like
think- I think-
Ronaldo lives such a cosseted life.
I think there's a
To be
line.
making jokes like
I think there's a
that.
line.
Yeah, you have to
I think the
tread
way I
carefully.
think what he did there is a bit. It's lighthearted enough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's not too
yeah.
bad, but I think there definitely is
But
a
I've
line.
seen
of
one or two other
sensitivity.
people make some comments. I'm like, right, really?
Yeah.
Should you really go there?
Ronaldinho.
People are losing their lives over this stuff. Man.
All right, so one thing now that's come as another shock in the world of football is Ronaldinho getting
Yeah,
arrested
now this is
for traveling with a fake passport. Like,
How does that happen?
how can you as Ronaldinho try and travel on a fake passport, and why to go to Paraguay? So it's not even like you've gone to a country that's not, you know, in South America or anything. Like they all know who you are.
Don't even know what's
They know who you are
happening, man.
worldwide, but Paraguay.
Does he know who he is anymore? Like, is he just short-term memory
I
loss?
must admit, I was baffled by it, because a guy like that, he got to be doing
What is
engagements and that
what
all
is the
over
need?
the world.
What is the need though?
He's in jail right now.
I'm trying to
isn't
understand why. Yeah,
he? I'm not trying to go there
You
because
know,
it's a
what I
mad
think
process
it
there.
might have been is that maybe his passport's expired and he thought maybe
It's
I could try and
Ronaldinho,
blag
man.
it.
I bet you can walk through the airport just like that.
No, he thought he could blag it because of who he is. Maybe his
Yeah.
passport's expired and he tried a team.
Yeah, but if you hang on,
And come up
Ronaldinho
short.
faking the passport. Ronaldinho.
That's what I'm saying.
That's like, you know, someone really. That's Ronaldinho's like one of the biggest footballers ever.
Yeah.
You see his face, you know who he is. It's like Ronaldo walking with a passport.
So here's a meme of that McLovin from
Well, maybe he thought that given
Trying
his
to buy alcohol,
superstar
man.
celebrity status that he could just walk through and then.
and
say,
then you
yeah,
got. Have you seen the picture of him in prison?
No,
He's
I
just
haven't.
there, skin and teeth. Looks like he's
Smiling, he's enjoying his time.
having a good
Probably
time.
had a few conjugal visits.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, okay.
Mason Mount, shout out to Mason Mount. He filmed with Chunks and Philly recently, and then they said to him, like, when you score your next goal, do Chunks' little dance with the Frankenstein for a celebration. And he did it. And shout out to Chunks and Philly, their tune's ringing off right now. It's called Clean Up. I'm feeling that. It's a good vibe. And yeah, man, it's good to see. I like to see this. We had Bernardo Silva doing Vuji's have a nice celebration when he,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
doesn't
good,
have
but
a
it's
nice.
Chelsea scoring a goal, so I don't really care.
And yeah, I
Chelsea,
hear that
so-
point as well. Well, you see, when your bridges are shining, man, it's good to.
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
fair play to Chunks, and he's an
it's
Arsenal fan,
good.
so big
Yeah,
up him.
big up Chunks.
No, that's good because it shows that there's good fan-player
Relations, yeah.
relationship interaction.
Yeah, it's
No
good,
doubt
man.
someone like Simon Jordan probably hates that.
Oh, what you doing there?
Alright guys, so thank you again for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Make sure you leave comments below. Let us know what you think of the show. What you thought of our guest Laurie. Make sure you check out his show, What You Saying.
What you saying? He wishes.
Check out some Talk Is Cheap with Curtis. Stay safe out there. Make sure, you know,
Wash your hands.
isolate if you don't need to go to work from home, you know, try and get that time off. It's time to start looking into trading, try and make some money off those stocks dipping. I'm giving you a little financial advice right there.
Stop fighting with toilet paper.
Yeah, stop fighting over toilet paper, man. That's the least of your
Can
worries,
someone
man.
explain to me?
No,
Bhav
I'm
Laurie,
not-
I don't
what is
know.
this thing with
We
toilet
don't
paper?
know.
I don't know. And pasta. And I'm just running out of pasta. I'm running out of pasta now, so I don't know what
Pasta?
I'm gonna
Why
do,
is it
man.
fighting with pasta now?
I don't know.
Okay.
And also,
I've got a conspiracy theory. I've got a conspiracy
Oh,
theory
okay,
for you.
okay,
I've got a
Italy.
conspiracy theory for you, right? Things like toilet paper and pasta and all that, that could be some scientist somewhere working on behalf of these people that's put something out there and said, oh, blah, 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 so that then everyone rushes out and buys it.
All right, so how can we forget this? Fucking Tottenham, when they announced the second goal, Red Bull UK responded with the Robbie dub meme, and this is the meme that's hot on the streets right now.
Dub,
They said,
man.
"I can't stop smiling at the size of this dub."
It's a Robbie man. He's a
Red Bull using Robbie to banter Tottenham's account. This.
But you all the AFTV here, so stop drinking Red Bull now on. They're like, oh no, Red Bull overrated. Both is better.
Oh man,
Sounds like the perfect storm to me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Oh yeah.
Alright, we're gonna go.
Make sure you follow me on social media at Lumos7.
Follow me at Bass14.
Just follow me, man, and don't forget.
Just
to
follow
talk
you.
is cheap.
Just follow him.
Just stalk
Follow him down the street.
Just stalk
It's
him
Laurie-
down the
it's
street.
Laurie AFTV, man.
Just
I'm old
follow
school,
me.
so I don't.
Just stalk me down the street, why don't you?
But yeah, don't forget to check out the show, man. Talk
Yeah,
is cheap.
we'll link Talk Is Cheap in the description,
Nice
so you can
one.
check it out. All right, but on that note, we got to end of a song.
Oh, it's happened again,
It's
hasn't it?
happened again.
It's
happened
happened
again.
Tottenham Hotspur. It's happened again.
Where's your trophies, blood? What are you saying, blood? What are you saying?